Morning, Lush for Life, Vina, Mama Cat, Amanda. Let's see what's going on this morning. I'm a Hicks, Dragon, Smoking Reptile. What's going on, y'all? Hey, Miss Michelle. Morning to you. Miss Carol from Northern California, how you doing? Pat, how you doing? Good morning, Windswept. Morning, Kitty. Morning, Hamburg Hill. Teresa, good morning. Old as Dirt, good morning. Morning, Farmer Mimo. Morning, Kiwi. Mama Cat, Duckhead in the house. Duckhead's in the house. Ben Atkins from Florida. How you doing, sir? Thank you for joining me. Faith Abounds at Melody Acres. How you doing, Faith? Thanks for coming to the morning. I call it a water break, but really, I've been drinking coffee the last 3 times I've done this. So I don't want to change it to coffee break now. Lone Star Living. Tell you, I am dragging booty this morning, y'all. It's been rough. But so we're just gonna chill for a bit and let everybody get on in this room here. Get on in here. I was up too late last night and trying to answer emails. What's up, pickers? And Facebook messages and all of the drama. What's up, Suburban? Dry weather in the Tampa Bay area. Can you send it my way, please? Last couple of days, we've had rain. And now it's like the jungles of Cambodia. You get out of the towel, or you get out of the shower or the bath, and you dry off, and you step outside, and you're like, ugh. Within like 2 minutes, you're like, I just got out of the shower. But, hey, it is what it is. We're back in the garden. Back in the garden, getting the old peppers in today. Probably get the peppers, the zooks. Wayne in the house. What's up, my boy Wayne? And look, Amanda, I go outside every day and I'm like, and it's just not going anywhere. It still wants to go up towards mama. So I don't know what to tell you. I'm trying to blow it your way, but it won't. So trying to get we got a baby chicken tractor built yesterday. We finally got it done and got the babies out on the grass in their baby chicken tractor. Hey, D. Top of the morning to you. This is some good stuff, by the way. Just letting you know, this is some good stuff. Thank you. Ben, have you ever thought about micro irrigation? Or do you know what micro irrigation is? And that's what we can talk about this morning. If you don't know what it is, see, Kiwi ain't even funny. Ain't even funny. We all got spammed by Suburban's cat on Facebook. Now that's funny. That's funny. That's funny right there. Man, I gotta cut my hair today, y'all. Not my beard, so that way Hope don't freak out. But my my head, it is on my ears, and it's driving me crazy. So me too, D. I hope it turns things around because the last couple of days been rough. I think it's the weather. I really do. I think when it gets cloudy and gloomy and rainy, and then you're back inside and you're so. And I think it hits harder in the springtime. Bad weather hits you harder in the springtime, psychologically, because you've been cooped up all winter, and then you're like, it's spring! I get to be outside. I get to plant plants. I get to smell flowers. I get to do this. I get to grow food. Baby chickens are hatching and life is being created, and birds are singing, and you can't help but be like Mary Poppins out there, and you're like chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim chiroo. You're out there singing, and a doe, a deer, a female deer. You're skipping it, and then boom! Bad weather comes, and you're stuck in the house for like 3 days, and you're like, this sucks. So I think that's what a lot of it has gotten me down. I have micro in the back, front too far from water. Send on the rain down here. Man. Yeah. You know, and then it's like you go into the shop, and then you're building chicken tractors because you're trying to keep the momentum going, and you're trying to do this, and I got to get that bat box built and get it out there so way you guys can see it, and you got thunder crashing, and lightning, the rain, and then you got your portable ham radio tuned to NOAA, and it's like, if you live in northeast Georgia, you're going to die from a tornado. There's nothing you can do. Just put your head between your knees and kiss your backside goodbye. And you're like, well, that just makes me feel wonderful. But, so, I think that's kind of what's kicked me in the jujubes. So, Wayne says the weather here has straightened out now and the dogwood winter is over. Good. Then maybe our mutual friend will stop playing in the mud and falling down and then calling me when he has to change his clothes all mad. Home Place Journal, how you doing? I haven't seen you in like forever. Of course, you could have been here in every live stream and I just missed all of your comments. And I'm sorry for that if that's true. But this morning has been relatively a slow go. We had to get some limbs and stuff off of some perimeter fencing. This morning we had to get ourselves motivated today. Today was one of those days that nobody on this homestead wanted to do it. They were like, can't we just pretend we're in Jamaica? I'm like, no, we gotta feed. And lima beans. Crap, I didn't plant. Dadgummit. I gotta get lima beans started. Thanks, Amanda. Your soil temp might not be warm enough yet, Amanda. That might be why. That, or you may just be impatient. So, I can't believe I forgot about lima beans. And I'm the one who likes lima beans. So, got a whole 2 hours sleep last night. Good for you. So, 80 here today, 50 tomorrow. See, I think, to be honest with you guys, and I'm not trying to be gross, and I'm not trying to be inappropriate, but I really think that Mother Nature is on her menstrual cycle, and she's just giving it to us. And you know what? We deserve it. The way we've treated this planet, we deserve it. So, Wayne, obviously you don't watch people's videos because USA Kiwi has already harvested her first round of cucumbers. Thanks, Dutch. Nice to see you. I got to call you today. Me and you got to talk. Speckled butter beans. They're the best. I got tomatoes in, Wayne, but I have to start over because of the couple of thunderstorms we got. It just beat the snot out of them. I mean, it was like the schoolyard bully after somebody that the new kid came into town and he went to go pick on a new kid, but he didn't understand that the new kid was the alpha male, and he just beat him down, and he's on the ground like, oh stop, oh stop. That's my tomatoes right now. They're kind of like, and so I got to pop them out and put new ones in. So, and that's why I say you know, some people will say, don't go to Walmart or Home Depot or Lowe's and buy vegetables. Why not? They got heirlooms. Just get the heirlooms, and then you can save those seeds. Whoop, gotta close that, nuclear. And you can save those seeds. Don't get the hybrids. I don't even know why they make them hybrids. You know, that's because you didn't give me your number, Lone Star. Just saying. So that, you know, that's just one of those things that I got absolutely no problem telling you guys that I went after these two storms and my garden just got destroyed. Think about Gopher Green's greenhouse, how it got destroyed. Pick his greenhouse up, put it on my garden, mirror image. So that's what happened to us. So we basically had to start over. Now, my onions and garlics, they made it okay. My asparagus hasn't come up yet. My strawberries haven't come up yet. My blueberries made it. But I'll be honest with you, I cheated. I brought them inside. But my tomatoes got beat to snot. My peppers got beat to snot. My eggplant, my leafy greens, all of those guys just got, there was like nothing left. I mean, seriously, there was like nothing left. We got hammered by so much rain and so much wind that it was just reset button. So, it's just one of those things. Home Place Journal says that the tomatoes still have a growing top. Just lay them down, throw some soil over the stem, they'll regrow. You know, I hope that's true, because then that means I'll get more tomatoes. I'm telling you, they got beat into the ground. Because, I mean, we had standing water in some spots in our garden. So, hopefully, maybe I'll get more that'll come up later in the season, and I'll have a later harvest with them. I hope that works, because Mother Nature did it for me. So I buy tomato plants from the local greenhouse. Oop, this is Wayne talking. The best plants I have ever seen in my life. I would rather buy from a local farmer than start the seed myself. Absolutely, Wayne. That is absolutely true. And hopefully, whenever we get financially in a place and time in a place, what's up, Amber Rivers? We're going to build a greenhouse. And then that's going to be me. I'm going to start. Because the plant resale license here in Georgia is only like $100. And then I can resell plants. And I'm going to load it down. And I'm going to just be growing stuff out the wazoo. Because I love, one of my favorite places and my favorite time in college was growing in a greenhouse. Because in a greenhouse will take the rules of gardening and throw them out the window. It will. And because you can take the environment inside a greenhouse and make it whatever you want. You can turn it into a desert. You can turn it into a tropical area. And you can just turn it into the same environment you got outside, but just get it warming faster. And wow, where are you located, Home Place Journal? Shut up, Dutch. You know what's funny? Dutch Dutch said, "We knew what you grew in college, LOL." You know what the funny thing is? Is one of my professors. I'm not gonna say his name because I don't want to get him in trouble in case anybody from the university is watching. But he used to tell people, if you're gonna do that, grow your own. But if you're doing it just to get stoned and not for the medicinal purposes, then grow passion flower. And then dry out. It's either the flower. It was either the flower or the leaves. But if you dry them out, it's the same thing as the marijuana. And so that's one of the main things that, for some obscene reason, stuck with me since I graduated. Every time somebody talks about marijuana, I'm like, grow passion flower. It's legal. It's the same thing. But, just like, did you know, and I learned this one, because I think that professor was a little on the hippie side, but did you know that you can order opium seeds and grow them here in the United States legally? You just can't harvest it. Now, figure that one out. How in the world are you going to be able to get these seeds? That's just one of the things. You can grow opium, one of the most deadliest drugs on the planet, and you can grow it legally. Just don't get caught harvesting it. And that's one of the things that I kind of, you always heard knowledge is power, and that has never rung so true more than it does in the plant world. All these crazy kids are out there trying to figure out new ways to get stoned or get high, and they're all ending up in jail, knowing that if they would just put their nose in a book, a botany book, they could get the same thing from something that's completely illegal that John Law not even looking for. You know, but the funny thing is that passion flower has a lot of medicinal purposes that you can use it for. It's very great. It's a very fragrant flower. It's a very beautiful flower. And so, I missed where Home Place Journal said they were from. I completely missed it. I was running my mouth. Oh, they're in Boise. Okay. So it's a little bit too far for me. Well, wait a minute. That means that if you're up there by Wayne and Jano, I might be able to come see you soon. South Louisiana. So, but yeah, and I guess that's one of the reasons. How do you remember so much? I don't remember squat from college botany. And I don't, Lush for Life. I don't know. I can't answer that because I think when it goes to because one of the things the doctor said about my grape is that if I am emotionally involved or emotionally attached to something, it sticks in my brain. So, and I think that I started taking, when I started going through my botany courses in college and getting my degree, I think I latched on to plants, to be honest with you. There was just something about the calmingness, something about the, especially in a greenhouse, the atmosphere that was in there that I think I just something in my head just dug in with both feet, you know. And I can tell you things about some plants that to myself I'm like, I don't, when the hell did I learn that, you know. So Amber Rivers, if you're close to me, then why haven't you come to visit yet? Just saying. But I mean, I honestly think that's what it was. There's something about it when I started playing in the dirt and using my GI Bill to get this crazy degree that my parents were like, what are you going to do with that degree? And I was like, I don't know. Just grow stuff. Make the world prettier. There was just something about it because it started out as an elective, and I switched majors because I was going for a nursing degree, and I switched majors. You know, how are my rabbits doing? They are doing okay. I was hoping to get a sawmill this year, but unfortunately we had to take that money and spend it on some other stuff. So I've got to sell. I got to sell some stuff. That's what I got to do, and then get my sawmill, and then I can build my rabbit hutch to be able to get my rabbits going. And let me tell y'all something right now. I got a kick-ass rabbit hutch up there in my brain housing group. Let me tell you, when I get it done and built, that is going to be, and I'm going to do a video on it. That's just going to be the world's baddest rabbit hutch of all time. I'm just saying. It's going to have gravity-fed waterers in it, with a rain catchment system. I'm going to be able to harvest the poop without breaking a sweat. Because since we got to our forever homestead, with everything that we build, I build it in mind with I'm 70 years old. how am I going to be able to do this at 70? Suburban, let me tell you something. I was a hottie in scrubs. I ain't even gonna lie. I probably got just as much attention in a set of scrubs as I did in my dress blues. Just saying. How you think I got Robin? Robin saw me in scrubs and it was over. Just saying. All right, Wayne, call me later. But when people say that gardening is a natural, it's very therapeutic. Bring them here. They're very, very true. Where did you find them?
Right where Mom, when she was pulling up all the peanuts where she put all the plants.
Okay, well, show everybody. And then tell everybody what you found.
These are peanut plants. This one.
Well, how do you know it was a peanut plant?
This part right here, it's a part of a peanut. And
show it in the camera, Goofy.
It's the meat of the peanut.
Speak up.
It's the meat of the peanut.
Okay. So what are we doing with these now that we found them just growing haphazardly in our garden? That's when a plant drops its seed in the garden and then it germinates and comes up in your garden like the tomatoes. What are those called?
Seedlings.
No. What is it? What is your mom uses the word all the time because I taught her the word. That's beside the point. When she says, "Oh, look, we have a blank tomato."
We've got a germinating tomato.
Homeschool, baby. Homeschool. Volunteer.
Oh, we've got a volunteer tomato.
Right, and these are volunteer peanuts. From our peanut patch last year, my wife went in and dug them up early.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was pretty much just a wasted year for peanuts. And that's just a whole nother live stream. But we have peanut sprouts. So, do you want to wait for me to put these in the...
Here, we've got one stage and another stage. Got this stage. And then this stage.
Okay. So, again, do you think you can get them transplanted, or do you want to wait for me?
We need to set this one in water so they get roots, because it's not...
Yeah, you kind of goofed
I
it.
didn't goof it.
I think it'll be okay. Look, there's a root coming right there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, why don't you put these on the dining room table, and then you and I will plant them in the planter's box when I'm done.
How about we do a video about that? Do you guys want to do a video? Do you guys think we should do a video on that?
Okay, let's put it up to vote. Since Miss come back here. You can't drop a bomb like that and then run off. Carol wants to know, do you guys want us to do a video about transplanting these peanuts? But what Carol doesn't know is I'm going to make her do all the talking.
What I just get myself into.
So let's wait. So if you want us to do a video on transplanting these peanuts, Carol and I, let me see a hand up. Throw your hands in the air and wave them like you just don't care.
Yes, uncut.
Okay.
Yes, please.
So guess what?
We're filming that today?
Yep. We're doing it. Alright, so go put them up, see if you can go find us some more. And
we have to keep an area. We have to keep an eye on that area. Because where the cabbage is and the lettuce is where we planted it. and where some of the spinach is where Mom threw it.
Okay.
Because she got angry.
It'll be alright. Just kick your mom in front of the bus on a live stream. That's great. I love it. That child, let me tell you what. You know, as a dad, as a parent, you try not to pick favorites. But between her and Ladessa, they make it hard. They really do. So, guess we're doing a peanut video today and trying to get it out later this afternoon. Okay, y'all. So, y'all just made her day. I appreciate that. She likes making videos. Well, we gotta get her channel up, but with all this stupid Mickey Mouse drama going on right now, I don't want to put it up. To be honest with you, I'm a little worried about it, that some people may lash out at her. So that's why we've kind of put the brakes on her channel. Sad, pathetic, but true. East Texas. Be careful. Gardening is great therapy when you're in a rocking chair with a coffee cup and having all the children doing the chores in the garden and taking finger pointing instruction from you. So that's funny, Lone Star. I'd probably do that. That would be great, but I'm afraid it would get taken down for copyright or something like that. You know? Or maybe I can try to grow or draw a dog in some of this Adobe stuff and have my own version of Snoop. Maybe. Instead of Snoopy being the Basset Hound, maybe I'll make him a Rottweiler. Now that would be funny. I wonder if I could do that. Maybe animate Apollo somehow. That would be cool. Because how funny would that be to have Apollo dancing around? Oh, see, Kiwi got jokes when my daughters start dating. Yeah, like that's gonna happen. Mm-hmm. Sure. Sure it will. So, what were we talking about before we got interrupted by peanuts? I don't remember. I don't remember. What were we talking about? Let's see. We were talking about what were we gardening and therapy. That's right. So, because I was asked about my how I was able to remember stuff. Okay, yeah, and it's just one of those things. I just kind of latched on. All right, Kitty, me and you need to get together because I need to figure out how to do that because that would be funny. But yeah, I mean, I don't know why. I was talking about the rabbit hutch. Oh yeah, doing a video on the rabbit. See, this is why everybody should invest in Post-it notes because I'm going to probably start using them, and it's going to look like Bruce Almighty because there's going to be Post-it notes every freaking where. I'm in Northeast Georgia. Northeast Georgia. Home Place Journal says bad boyfriends equal compost. Or pig food. We have pigs. Oh, give me pig food. So that's about where we are caught up today. Oh, I know what else. I made a what they call a floating shelf. For it's probably going to go like right up and in here, and it's going to hold all my dry erase markers so they'll get out of my drawer, and that way I know where they are. But the stain has to dry. It's going to take a couple of days before you guys see it up there, because I'm staining it. And I found some old stain that we had, and it's probably not going to go well with that at all. But I don't care. I just love that stain, and so that's one of the things that I did finished yesterday, because this is how crazy the homestead life is and how out of whack things can get. I started on that floating shelf, that simple little floating shelf that's like a foot wide, like 3 weeks ago. We built the frame that connects to the wall, that the box, basically, because what the floating shelf is you take some 2x4s and you have the, depending on how large it is, you have your base 2x4 that plugs in to the wall, and then you have 2x4s that come out. Now for mine, it's such a small one, I just got one on each end. But the longer ones, you could put some in the middle and break them out, right? Bow. And then you build a box that floating shelf just slides over all those 2x4s. Very simple, should be able to be done in a day. Yeah. Things get so crazy around here. 3 weeks, and I'm just now getting to it. Because literally, I do my shop project stuff like that when it's rain. When it's raining, I'm in my shop because I can't be outside. Any other time, if it's somewhat nice outside, I'm outside, because I have 21 acres and I mow it with, if I don't have livestock on it eating the grass, I mow it with a push mower. And it's not even one of them self-propelled jobs. It's just a standard pull the string and go. Now, what I do with, and one of the main reasons why I do it that way, is because that mower does have a bag on it, and when the grass is just not crazy wet from the rain, it'll fill up the bag. And then what I do is I take that grass and then I'll put it, and I do the deep bedding method in my turkey coop, my chicken coops, all of that. Because then the birds that I have in coops, that when I'm not running on tractors, they're still getting grass, because I'm scooping all of this up, tossing it in there, and they're able to get the chickweed seed, the plantain seed, the dandelions, all that. They're still trying to, they're still able to get all of that, plus the grass, plus any bugs and stuff that end up getting tossed in the bag. They're able to get all of that. And then as that grass basically starts to compost down and they're pooping on it and all that stuff, at the end of the beginning of next spring, we clear it all out, throw that in the compost, and start again. Because that bedding then is super high in nitrogen. I throw that bedding in the compost, I throw some dead leaves on it, turn it over a couple of times, and I've got great compost. So it's just one of the things that's another one of the things that we do here. Pretty much we are cutting grass on a daily basis because we do it that way. Now, if I could ever find a riding mower with bags and I can afford it, I would pretty much jump on it. But it seems like those are hard to find anymore. So I'm going to open it up for questions for the next 15 minutes. But if nobody's got any questions, then I'm just about done my cup of coffee, and I'm going to go back in the garden. And so does anybody have any more questions? This is one of those times that you guys can ask us a question about anything, gardening, livestock. You know, you can ask us questions trying to get to know us. So some of them, if the question is too personal, I'll just tell you I ain't answering that one. So serious question. Cucumbers, are the bottom leaves supposed to die? The bottom leaves? You mean at the very base of the vine? Why'd my basil die? There could be a million reasons. Lone Star, how is the ebook coming? That's all Robin. From my understanding, she's halfway through the second chapter, and she's basically doing a chapter in oil. How big should tomato seedlings be before planting them out? They should have their what is called their forever leaves on them, and by then they should be a couple inches tall, and then I would start slowly hardening them to the outside, meaning I would take them outside during the day, bring them in at night. Take them outside during the day, bring them in at night. Take them outside, leave them out there after dusk for an hour, bring them back in. Take them outside, leave them out there for a couple hours after dark, bring them back in, and then you should be able to plant them back outside. Let's see, what is your favorite plant to grow? Please put your questions in all caps so I don't miss them, please. Favorite plant to grow. Wow, that's a hard one. It would have to be between roses, just because they're a challenge, and just about any veg. I love growing vegetables. So, are you going to Baker Creek next month? No. Wish I could, but no. A totally new green herb oil storage area. Bacon. Hold on. Can we use orange and lime peelings for compost? You could, but it'll take a while. I personally, if I was you, I would put them in a mason jar, pour some apple cider vinegar on them, let them sit for a little while, and then use them as a cleaner. Kiwi said yes. Okay, yeah, it's okay. Let them die. Those leaves really aren't all that important. Now, if they start to get where it looks like they've got some type of a fungus on them, then we should talk. And I'll have to pull my book out and we'll have to swap pictures back and forth, Kiwi. But we can do that in a private video chat or Skype or something. Craftsman has baggers for riding mowers. Ooh, I like Craftsman. What type of job does the missus have? She works in customer service for a granite company, so basically she helps sell rock, not crack rock. Oh, they're outside already. Then, I'd wait till they have their forever leaves on them, Amanda, and make sure that they're good and healthy. Have you ever planted tomatoes directly in the ground? I do. Are you talking about, Mama Cat, are you talking about from seed, just putting the seed in the ground and letting it go? Or are you talking about just when I've got my tomato plant and I plant it in the ground? How often to fertilize vegetable garden if you have to use commercial fertilizer? I guess my first question would be, why do you feel you have to use a commercial fertilizer? Why can't you use compost tea? Why can't you why can't you use compost tea? Do you know how to make compost tea? If you don't know how to make compost tea, Suburban, I can help you. But basically, to apply the fertilizer, That your plants would have to tell you that is the best way to put it. There's no set every 2 weeks or every 3 weeks or whatever. You would have to let your plants tell you that. Uh, okay. Why can't you put an onion in the compost? Green Gables, you can, but the odors and everything that and how long it will take for it to break down will bring critters to your compost pile. Um, Now, you definitely don't want to put them in your worm bin because the worms won't really touch them and it'll pretty much kill them. This chat is crazy. If you could grow any tropical plant, what would it be? Like bananas and pineapple? Well, we already grow pineapple, um, and we're going to be growing bananas here pretty soon. But those are my two ones that would definitely be first and second. Pineapples being first, or as you were, bananas being first, pineapples being second. But bananas are very hard to grow and get to come to fruit here in the South. Uh, there are a couple tropical flowering plants that I wouldn't mind that are very fragrant that I would like to grow. There's a lot of carnivorous plants like the pitcher plant that we have grown here, but I would love to be able to keep it alive longer because they are just awesome. Okay. Let's see. I don't know this guy that well. I'd be like, wait, first he did it. Okay. Ever grow sugarcane? When I was a kid, I worked in South Georgia, in Albany, and worked on a sugarcane farm, and used to eat the sugarcane and all of that. Um, so planted it on my homestead, no, but have I worked in the sugarcane field? Yes. Mama Cat, yes. From seed, from plant would be a crazy question. From seed, no. I've never done it here in. I've never really done it anywhere from sowing tomatoes directly in the ground because of how hot we get, how quickly we get hot here. I'm afraid it would burn up before it would come to fruit. I have planted all my seeds in beds this year since I was so late getting everything started. Everything is coming up and germinating. Awesome. Later, Rocky. Yes, I know. Yes, I know how I have amended the soil with compost. Okay. Then use your compost tea instead of the commercial fertilizer. One, the compost tea is healthier for your plants, and you'll see better results by using compost tea than you will with a synthetic fertilizer. And it's also safer for you to use the compost tea on your plants, especially around like plants like strawberries and stuff like that. John, I really don't want to get into that. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with my daughter having a channel. It's just that, unfortunately, we are being attacked unjustified right now, and I do not want that to bleed over to her. See you later, Duckhead. Uh, all right, later, Windswept. How many fruit trees do we have? Right now, fruit trees, we only have a peach tree and a couple of crabapple trees. Now we have some blueberry, we have a lot of soft fruit. We are going to be upping our game when it comes to fruit trees because the very first thing when we bought this homestead, it was Mother Nature was taking it back over. And so for the last couple of years, we've been taking it back. Basically, we've had to get the pastures back under control, back growing more grass than nightshade. We've had to get the fencing repairs, and we had to drop a lot of trees. And we've had to start to bring back our property line to where we can now start to get to the point where we can plant more fruit and nut trees. We have more nut trees than we have fruit trees because we have black walnuts and pecans on our property. And I'm probably going to our peach tree because it was not pruned and taken care of properly, and it would be easier. Plus, I don't like the spot that it's in. It would be easier for us to rip it out and start anew, and that's probably what we're going to do. I see stuff and it depends on disappears on my end. We found that used tea and coffee grains are great for compost, and we're still learning. Yes. My plum tree looks great, but no plums. Yes, coffee grounds, tea grounds, all of those things are great for compost. They work great in there. They break down real easy. You can put coffee grounds straight onto a rose bush with and crush up some eggshells. Does phenomenal for a rose bush. That's a good thing to do to also D. So, well, if that's it for questions, then we are going to call it a day. Today is Thursday. It's going to be Throwback Thursday. After lunch, I'm going to put my throwback video up on the Big Bear Homestead group page, on the Big Bear Homestead page, just about everywhere. So you guys be looking through your videos and be thinking about what video you want to add to that Throwback Thursday thread. So let's see some of them older ones. I like putting mine up because I was like way skinny back then. So gotta go, get the day going. Had fun. Hope your day goes well. Tell Mama Bear hey for me. Will do. Home place journal. Something is eating my coffee grounds. That could be a possum. That could be a coon. That could be a rat. It could be just about anything. It could be an old Marine coming by. Just saying. So, any more questions? Jeremiah. Thank you, D, and thank you for that coffee. It's now going to be, I'm going to have to stake claim to that coffee, and I'm only going to drink it during our morning water breaks. So me and you will have a great coffee break. Dutch, do you not still see me live talking on here? I mean, seriously, you gonna call me on Skype right now and I'm still live? I'm still saying my goodbyes, Dutch. Come on now. So, have you ever done a video on weasels? Yes, I have. It's in my Predator Control on the Homestead series. I think it's episode 9, maybe? Hold on, let me see real quick. But yeah, I've done a pretty in-depth video on weasels and how to catch them. See, Dutch got jokes now. Dutch got jokes. Predator Control on the Homestead. And it is episode number 7. It's episode number 7. If you go on the playlist has it as video number 12. Video number 12. So, you can give that a go. So so with that being said, guys, if there is no more questions, and if that video doesn't answer any of your questions, feel free to send me an email at bigbearfarms@hotmail.com. Put in the subject matter weasels, and then please tell me your YouTube channel name so it makes them neurons fire correctly, and my memory will remind me of this conversation that we've had. Also, probably want to type that out in there to help me remember. And then just ask questions, and I'll help you out in any way I can when it comes to weasels. Weasels are very tricky, and they're very, very challenging to catch, but they're fun to catch. So, all right. With that being said, we made it to just about the hour. So, you guys have been wonderful. Thanks for coming by and hanging out with me for an hour for my giving me a little bit of a break. And plus, I got the kids still out there working. And be looking for that peanut video later today. All right, guys. Thanks for coming by the Big Bear Homestead. We appreciate y'all. Love y'all. And we will see you Saturday when we go live. Well, tomorrow too, but I'll see you guys Saturday. Well, tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow. You guys will see Robin and me on Saturday. Unless we just do a wild hair live stream. Bye.